Hey everybody, welcome to day 86 of the Daily Stoic. Here's the quote for the day. How does your ruling reason manage itself? For in that is the key to everything. Whatever else remains, be it in the power of your choice or not, is but a corpse and smoke. Marcus Aurelius. So, when I was pondering this quote, and I was reading through the explanation, or as Ryan Holiday sees this quote, he kind of brought up the point of the thought process of who watches the watchman. And as I kind of thought about that, I thought to myself, who kind of watches over ourselves, over our self-awareness? Now, we're trying to become more self-aware, but who's watching over that? Who's keeping a mindful eye on that awareness? Are we really becoming self-aware? Or is our perception that we're becoming self-aware? And I think what the answer to this question really is that only by truly studying the actual principles of what it means to become self-aware are we able to regulate ourselves and able to guide ourselves to know if we truly are becoming self-aware. And so I know this is kind of a hard concept, I guess, to grasp, but I think really, if we want to break it down in its simplest form, for me, it's more like, do you know the fundamentals of what you're trying to do? Do you know the very basics of it, the very core of what you're trying to do? And if you do, then you can use that as a guide. One of the examples he gives in here too is, we're all kind of going down this path together of studying Stoicism. But his point is that Stoicism itself is a philosophy. It's a way of life. And his point that he tried to make was, what made up Stoicism? How did Stoicism come around? How did the Stoic thinkers start to have those thoughts and start, changing their perception, start looking at things differently? And his point kind of is that even though we're studying a grounded or guided philosophy, we should also spend some time to figure out the fundamentals of Stoicism, how it came to be, how the thinkers, came to these conclusions, how Stoicism as a philosophy itself was built. And so I think there's a lot of great teaching, I guess, in that quote, because, really as we stop and think about it, we should not just be learning Stoicism as a whole, as our, life OS that we're kind of working down our operating system, our chief operating system for our life, but we should also start to understand and start to learn how Stoicism came to be, how Stoicism was, designed, how it was brought up, how it was made into a philosophy, into a system to live our lives by. And so that's what I think this quote means. At least that's what it means to me. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on this quote. So I hope that you'll take some time. I hope that you'll read it, ponder it, and then I hope that you'll leave your thoughts and comments below this video and we can have a conversation about it. All right? So I hope that you have a great rest of your day, and always, let's strive harder to live more like a Stoic.